Well, it's Friday. It's 5 days till I get my licence back. And one of my great conspiracy theories came true yesterday, so it should be cause for celebration. Except, it's the weather one, and it's bastard freezing, and it's nearly May. I nearly took my shorts off. Anyway, for those of you that missed it, yesterday, the Telegraph ran a story that the government, the UK government, not any other government, just the UK government, are going to spray the skies to block out the sun to reduce global warming and fight climate change. And I know what you're thinking. He's made that up. I haven't. I wish I had, but I haven't. They have actually said it in the next few weeks. They're going to start. I mean, granted, this story, whilst meant to be true, is full of lies. Because it's like it's a new idea. But it's not a new idea. They've been doing it for fucking years. And people like me have been pointing at the sky going, look what they're doing. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way as I do about EVs, that go, when it comes to the weather tone, you're wrong. Well, I ain't wrong. I'm right. I was right all along. And unfortunately, I'm going to be right in the future. Now, there's several things wrong with this plan. I mean, one, you're fucking with the weather. That's the that's the given. You fucking don't fuck with the weather. It's Mother Nature. She'll sort herself out. Leave her to it. Always been my philosophy. But no, they're going to do it anyway. So, God knows what's going to happen. I mean, it's bad enough now. It's nearly May. I mean, the weird thing is, and you can all start to ask yourself these questions. Now they've admitted that geoengineering exists, and they're going to start spraying the skies in a few weeks to dim the sun. More of that in a minute. But now this exists. Ask yourself this question. When was the last time we had 10 weeks of glorified, uninterrupted, blistering hot sunshine? And it was the greatest 10 weeks that I can ever remember in my life. Better than all the summers when you were a kid. Because everyone remembers the summers when you were a kid. And it was sunny. I don't know why, but it was back then. In the 70s and 80s, we had summers. We had heat waves. We went to the beach every day. That's what happened. And then come the 90s, it all got fucked up. I don't know whether it was ecstasy. I don't know whether... I'd still gone to the beach. I was off my tits most of the time, so I'd have been quite happy to be on a beach. Nevertheless, I digress. So, when was the last time we had 10 weeks, and it was 10 weeks? Trust me, I know exactly how long it was. I could tell you the dates. I was there, I was studying it. This is where it all started going wrong for me. 10 weeks of uninterrupted sunshine, and everybody was out in their garden every day, and it was beautiful, and it was really warm, and it went on in the evenings. Even in the end of March, there's a clue, and then all through April and May. I'll tell you, it was 2020. And I've said since that day, it ain't a coincidence. When they locked us down for the first time, we had 10 weeks of the best weather you could ever imagine. Well, that was just a coincidence, was it? We haven't had it since. When in the last 5 years have we had 10 weeks of uninterrupted blue skies, perfect sunshine, no white stripes across the sky? It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. So why? But then, so there you have it. So we're not going to have that anymore because they've now admitted it. And they admitted it yesterday, and today, conveniently, grey skies, complete grey covering of grey dullness, and it's gone really, really cold. Really cold. So, make up your own minds now. I mean, you can believe what you want to believe, but the truth is out there. Like the X-Files, the truth is out there. Anyway, so this is only happening in the UK. Well, it's not. It's happening around the world. But at the moment, the UK government are the only government that are going to experiment with blocking out the sun. Now, I hope that you're thinking, well, hang on a minute. Yeah, you should be thinking, hang on a minute, because here's the main thing. Let's deal with the little things first. They forced everyone to have solar panels. Now they're going to block out the sun. How's that working? I think you'll find solar panels still work in cloudy conditions. They may do, but not as efficiently, not as well, and they need to work efficiently. And if they're just trickle feeding, that's not going to solve the problem, is it? So you're making the country go to green energy and then denying the energy source for that green energy. Let's just get our heads around that for a minute, shall we? It's almost like getting the entire country to convert to electric cars and then taking the electricity away. Are you starting to join the dots yet? See, this is the whole thing. I don't know why. Call me a fat Jesus or a fat prophet or whatever you want, but I can see these things. I just see them and I join the dots and I go, well, you can see that. If they can give you solar panels and then take away the power, they can give you electric cars and then take away the power. I know they can give us petrol and then take away the petrol, but that's a lot harder to do. Anyway, so this thing is just so huge. This could go on for fucking hours. Right. So you've got solar panels, and now we're going to take the electric away from that. Take the solar away from the solar panels, therefore just making them panels. So that's one thing. We've got messing with the weather, we've got solar panels. And then we've got the issue that Britain doesn't get that much sunshine in the first place. Let's not forget that. We are not on the equator. And that brings me on to the biggest point of all. If this scheme will reduce global warming and reduce climate change and all the other bollocks that goes with it, if it works and if it's an effective thing, why are we doing it in Britain? Why are we doing it in a country where it pisses down for 6 months of the year? Our summers are about a week long and it never gets above 20 degrees for more than a day. If this is all about climate change, and because surely, if you're going to say, the place is too hot, it's just too hot round here. Well, it fucking ain't hot here, is it? It's about 4 degrees outside. However, I'll tell you where it is hot, middle of the Sahara Desert. Or any desert. Not any desert, because somebody go, what about Antarctica? Yeah, fuck off. Right, so Sahara Desert, Nevada Desert. Places where you should be spraying and blocking out the sun on the equator, where it's 40 degrees all the way around. Do the whole of the equator. Do Nevada, do Las Vegas, do Florida, do Los Angeles, do the Bahamas, do Mauritius. In fact, anywhere you go on holiday to get some sun isn't being sprayed. The place where you live, where you don't get sun, so you go on holiday to the places with sun to get sun, the place where you live, that's being sprayed. That is the madness. That's beyond lunacy. And how every single, if there's a journalist that comes on your telly, I don't watch the news on the telly, hopefully it'll appear on Twitter, but if there's a journalist or a politician that can look down the camera and say, I think this is a good idea, then you know that they are lying. Because you cannot possibly have a brain cell that is compos mentis and think that blocking out the sun in Britain is going to save the planet. It's just blocking out the sun. If you need to block the sun out, block it out where it fucking shines. Not here. It's just mental. Which leads me on to the big thing. Britain currently contributes 0.05% of all carbon emissions, which cause apparently climate change and global warming, right? 0.05%. So we are going to block the sun out. Now, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if you know that. I'm not a scientist. Globe, right? Imagine a globe. There's the globe. Dot on the globe. Us spraying our little bit of Britain is the equivalent of Wile E. Coyote holding up a parasol as a bastard great boulder falls on his head. It ain't going to do shit. So why is anybody even contemplating it? Why are we even having this? Why am I having to make this video? It's just madness. We are a tiny speck on a 20,000 mile radius dome thing, globe, and somehow, by us blocking out the sun, that's going to save the planet. It's not even mental. It's not even mental, which can only mean one thing. There is another reason for doing it. Now, who's the man in America who's backing this scheme? Answers on a postcard. Quick, you got 5 seconds to type it in the comment bar. And it's not Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons. Though it does prove that The Simpsons, yet again, have predicted the future. Because they did an episode where Burnsy wanted to block out the sun with a big windmill parasol type thing. But nevertheless, he wanted to block out the sun over Springfield so people had to use more electric. How did they manage to predict that? It's almost like they'd sat down and had a chat with Bill fucking Gates. Because that's who's behind it. Or the same Bill Gates who went to Downing Street the other day with the head of BlackRock, Larry Fink, and had a nice chat with two-tier Stormer, slipped him a few quid under the drawer, be a good boy, do as you're told. Right, first thing, screw the farmers over. I want their land. What happens? BlackRock buy up all the farmland. Farmers are in tatters because of the inheritance tax, etc., etc., etc. Right. Now what can we do to screw the farmers over? What do they need to grow crops? Oh, that's right, sunshine. Right, let's stop them getting sunshine. Hey, come on. Why we're not already on the streets with burning torches and pitchforks? Because you don't need a pitchfork anymore because nobody's growing any hay because the sun's not shining. There should be riots for this. This is just mind-blowingly, unbelievably bad. And yeah, the story breaks, everyone goes, eh. It's like nobody cares anymore. And everyone just accepts it and goes, well, yeah, you know, because climate change is, yet if we don't, we're all going to be flooded. What, as opposed to dying from lack of vitamin D? Or dying from the cold? Or dying from poverty because we can't afford to turn the heating on because it's too cold because the fucking sun don't shine? I thought having a rant about EVs was bad enough, but I mean, this is... And somebody said to me yesterday, where'd you get your material from? Hey, it ain't hard. I mean, look at this. This is actually... if there's any milk floaters out there, I know we don't see eye to eye on things like transport, right? I get that. Phone's ringing. Oh, it's that Blue Panda crowd trying to send me... telling me I can claim stuff for me car finance the other day. That's another load of bollocks. They've been doing this for 2 years now and I still haven't got anywhere. Anyway, milk floaters. I know we don't see eye to eye, but surely if there's a milk floater out that thinks this is a good idea, come on, let's hear it. You're all keen. Surely you're on my side on this one. You're all keen to tell me I'm a liar and I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to milk floatery, and you're entitled to your opinion, as you are on this subject. But please tell me that you look at this and go, this is a bad idea. Because if you think it's a good idea, then what you're doing is proving me right. Because what you're doing is proving that every time I say you milk floaters are fucking deluded, well, you must be if you think this is a good idea. So come on. Come over to my side for this one. Because if you think it's a good idea, tell me why. Tell me why it's a good idea. Why? And you best have your logic worked out. Because it's fucking nuts. So there you have it. Only 5 days till I get my licence back. First thing I'm going to do is drive the convertible, roof down. Hopefully they won't be spraying that day and I might get some natural sunshine. If not, I'm going to get piss wet through and freeze me tits off and probably get pneumonia. Either way, it'll make for good content and you'll have a new video to look forward to on Wednesday night.